Everything's good. Alright guys, how is everybody doing this morning? This is Derek, and I know it's barely morning, but we are continuing on with working on our hills, right? They're complete, they're finished, but I want to show them off before I put them away. And then I do want to work on maybe my lake a little bit. I want to add some Liquitex to the center because it doesn't look, not Liquitex, AK probably. I think I want to add the AK because I think I used the Vallejo as the first layer. I think I'm going to add the AK as the second layer. I'm not sure. We're gonna break it out. We're gonna do it. Okay. So that's perfectly fine. But I also got my Victrix order in last night. Came in late, but it got here after I put pretty much everything away, and I didn't really have the time last night to open the package and go through all the models and everything. So we'll be doing that here in just a minute. And the sale is over. Okay guys, the buy more, save more sale is over. Okay, I'm also eating a Pop-Tart. Okay, there's the invoice. Along with the shipping label. And so we'll be using that to reference what we have in there. I have some tea here that I reheated, and it's now like really hot. Okay. So, first things first. Let's put these hills away. Now, before I put them away, I want to show them off to you, right? I want to give you a nice look at the hills. So what I'll do is spin the camera. Give you some light. Give you some proper lighting, I guess. I don't know. Hold on. I don't anticipate this video today being very long. The reason why I say that is hang on. It's because the way you set up a sale on eBay, or at least the way I'm doing it, is you have to have the product already on the site. And then when you set up the sale, you select which product the sale applies to. Like when I did my 25 or 28 millimeter sale, I said if you buy more, you save more. I had to go through each item and select whether or not it was part of the sale or not. Now I can do all-encompassing sales where you don't have to do that. You just say everything on the site is for sale. But I do want to start a new sale, and that new sale, I'm going to pick and choose which items apply to that sale, and maybe come up with a theme. I don't know, maybe manufacturers, maybe genre, I don't know. But to do that, I have to have the product on the site. And with all the new models that I've got in the last couple of days, it's going to take me a few hours to do that. Maybe a couple of days, actually. So there will not be a video tomorrow. No matter what, I'll be posting stuff and also painting those or completing those German SS that have been waiting for me to finish. Okay, so these are the hills that I was working on yesterday. I've already shaken off all the excess flock. You'll notice that it's got different types of flock and different shades on there, giving it kind of a camouflage or a mottled look. It's even got a little bit of gravel on there. Now, I never sprayed these with any kind of scenic cement. I probably could to kind of seal them down, but I don't think I need to. So let's take a look at, okay, we did a test yesterday. I never got a chance to give you the results of the test. Good morning, go for it. Good morning. But I never got a chance to give you the results of the test. The mountains and the scrub, but which I've already put over here. So, oh man, I'm not feeling too hot this morning, guys. I think it's just hunger. That's why I'm eating a Pop-Tart. But it might be an upset stomach. I don't know. I don't know what it is. Just got something going on in my stomach. So I grabbed a kaopectate soft chew. It's supposed to help. We'll see. Okay, so these two I had coated with all the flock, and I pressed it in. Well, and I let the excess flock kind of sit on the model on the hill to let the Elmer's that was underneath dry. And after about an hour, I went to shake everything off, and which looks fine. And I put them off to the side. And on these guys, and we'll get back to them. And then on these guys, I put one color of flock, shook it off, put another color of flock, shook it off, like that. So they were pretty much shaken off immediately with each color. And then I let them sit and dry. Okay, so in all total, in about an hour and a half of just sitting and letting them dry, the Elmer's did not dry. It was still in the process of drying. And it became very evident in these guys that the flock was soaking into the Elmer's, which is perfect because that means it's going to stick. But you could see the Elmer's, the liquid, the white, it was kind of bleeding through, making the flock moist. Which I don't have any problem with that because I know when Elmer's dries, it's going to dry clear. Give me a second. Okay, I knew that was going to dry clear, but that gave me an opportunity to take the flock mixture, which is this. Now, I say flock mixture because when I shook off the flock, specifically with these guys, but also with these guys, that each of the colors fell off separately, and I used one tub for the whole thing. So this is a mixture. It doesn't really look like a mixture, really. Once you put it in the tub and kind of mix it up a little bit, it looks like an intentional flock. But so it gave me an opportunity to use the droppings and put it back on the hills where the bleed through was happening. Basically just to make the flock thicker and more lush and have better coverage. So on these guys, I put it back on and then I patted it down where the glue was bleeding through. And then I went ahead and did the same with these. So when they had a little bit of bleed through, I put some more on there and tapped it down. So the end result, they all look the same, right? Coverage wise. They all look the same coverage wise. But the guys that I shook out, I felt like there was way more bleed through than the guys I let soak the entire time before I shook it out. There were still some, but this had a lot more. Okay. I haven't had my coffee this morning, and this is tea that I just reheated. Maybe I need to go make me some coffee. Get me up and running. And if you're wondering why we're starting a little later today, I did sleep in. I slept in till about 10. Because I was up last night playing a computer game I probably shouldn't have played. I was playing an online MMO, and I just couldn't break away. And then about 4 a.m. in the morning, I was like, oh crap, I probably should go to bed. And I tried to sleep 6 hours. Right? That's my clock. My mental, desire is to sleep 6 hours. Mainly because I learned that my sleep clock is on an hour and a half. So every hour, it's my REM sleep. So every hour and a half, my sleep cycle starts over again. It's actually a little bit less. It's like an hour, 20 minutes, something like that. So every hour and 20 minutes, but I say hour and a half, my REM cycle starts over. And that's normal. About 90 minutes is normal for most people. If you interrupt your REM cycle, like if you only sleep 2 hours, or if you sleep 3 hours, you feel more rested than if you sleep 4 hours. Because the 4-hour sleep is breaking your REM cycle in the middle of your sleep cycle, and so you feel tired. So I try to sleep 6 or 7.5 hours. Not 8, not 6.5. Yeah. And sometimes I'll get up in the middle of the night and I'll look at the clock and I'll say, oh, look at that. Yeah, I've been asleep for 3 hours. Let me go back, because I just wake up to go pee or whatever. And it's usually 3 or 4.5 hours. Because that's your REM cycle. Okay. Get some close-ups of these hills so you can see the beautificus. Okay, when I was done, I went ahead and added some tufts. The one I made it a point, I know this is kind of crazy, but I made a point to put a tuft at the peak. You don't really notice it until I point it out. I put one at the peak of each mountain, each hill, to represent the top of the mountain, the crest. So if you've got models here and they've got models there, you're closer to the peak, you're considered uphill. That's the way Meg words the hills. If you're closer to the top, you get the bonus of being uphill. And then this is scrub, so I just added a bunch of tufts randomly. And I use the big new ones that I've got. Okay, why? Okay, this. And spin. Oh, gotta spin more. Okay, so let me put these guys away. I also put some tufts on the lake. You know, I put some tufts on the bog, swamp, marsh, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, I did. And those guys look really good. Amazing. Man, my stomach is really, I don't know, almost to the point where I feel like I got to throw up. I don't know why. I don't know why. Okay, so I put my wire and a couple of dowel rods in here just to get them out of the way. Yeah. It's not a vineyard, it's just a board. I don't remember what I was going to put on it. I don't remember. I don't remember how I planned on storing all these. Storing that because I'm still going to put some water on that. Now my vineyard is not in this tub because I don't think it would survive. The base and the village I'm not putting in there either. So the vineyard and the village have been delegated to stay on the shelf. Plus they look good, so it's a good diorama piece. Okay. This Coast Guard flag is like in the way. All right. I gotta sit down. Sorry, guys. All right. I don't know why my stomach is so upset. Maybe because I got up and started like working, like setting up and getting the cameras out and the microphones and the lights and making sure that everything was programmed properly on the screen and stuff like that to get started. And I never really had an opportunity just to wake up, you know, and have a cup of coffee and kind of just welcome the day. Because normally I'm not the kind of guy that, well, let me rephrase that. When I was younger, I wasn't the kind of guy that woke up and like milled about and waited for coffee. Like my wife. My wife is, if she doesn't have a cup of coffee, she's shot for the rest of the day. Just lackadaisical, milling about, not doing anything, you know. And I've never been that way. But this last year, maybe this post-COVID, maybe I'll say that, I've been needing that little pick-me-up to get me going for the day, get my heart beating. So I might just make me a cup of coffee. Maybe a small one. Just enough to get me going. I thought the tea would do that, but it's decaf or whatever it is. It's like low caffeinated, flavored chai tea or something, whatever this is. It's chai. Yeah, I learned something. There's no such thing as chai tea. Even though this is tea, and it is chai, but my understanding is chai means tea. It's tea flavored tea. So on the package it says chai spiced apple. I think it's spice. I think that's what it is. Which is basically means spiced apple tea. So if you say you're having chai tea, it's like saying you're having tea. Okay, I actually feel a little bit better just by sitting down a bit. But I think I still am going to get some coffee. Let me finish this tea. I hate wasting it. We're going to start this process, and then I'm going to bring out the Victrix. That way, it'll start the drying. Snow. No snow. Vallejo. I think I was using Vallejo. And it might be because I was having a struggle trying to open the AK. I think that might be true. But there's more of the Vallejo just in case. And then this is water gel. Oh, I heard some cracking. Yeah, I think I was having trouble opening this. Oh my goodness. I'm not going to put it under hot water or anything. I could like pry it. Might damage the packaging. Really? Okay. Okay, I'm back to being not feeling so good. Yeah. I'm basically just trying to crack it. Oh, you heard that, right? Snap. Might take me a second to go all the way around. I don't want to damage the lid. Okay, there's another crack. Yeah, this sealed like super tight with the whatever liquid gel was probably on the threads. And it's been probably a year since I've used it. Okay, let's lean into this. Nope. I bet you that's why I used that. I couldn't open this. Okay, there's a good. Okay. Right where the thread starts, doesn't want to go in there. Okay, there we go. I don't even know if it's any good on the inside. Okay, there we go. Or if it's dried up or anything. I don't even know any. I haven't been able to open it to tell you. I mean, it's loose. What I need is one of those oil filter things. You know what I'm talking about? Okay. Give me something to grip onto. Dang. I'm being defeated. This is another reason why I don't like AK lids, because they don't seal, right? I think I've mentioned this before. The Vallejo lids actually will close airtight, where the AK ones don't. And I learned this not by it drying up like this. But this is just a icing on the cake. They I'll add a little bit of water to it to thin it out just a little bit, and then I'll shake it up. Okay. I'm in. And it won't, I'll shake it up and then it'll leak all over the place. So I've got to put a paper towel over it or something. Aha! All right, it's still moist on the inside. It smells like spackling plaster. Okay. Okay. Now, I thought about this earlier, if I want to use this horsehair brush that I just bought. And the answer is no, because that sheds hair. And I don't want any like loose hairs in my water. Yeah, I think this is the brush I'm going to use. Let me put it under some water. I'll be right back. Loosen the bristles a little bit. Yeah, I don't need this whole thing. Well, maybe. Now this AK is way thinner, like water, compared to that. And it's not because I added water to it. It's actually just a thin mixture. Look at all those air bubbles. I'll get them. I'm just going to get a fairly thick layer on here to start, and then we'll start moving it around and stuff. Yeah, what's really good about the AK, the Vallejo, is that if you want to make waves or, you know, like ripples in the water or whatever, you can, because it's like a thick gel. It reminds me of like Liquitex thick gel. Okay. Gonna have to go through here and try to remove the bubbles. Now I'm putting it on fairly thick, you know, because I want it to look like there's depth. Okay. Now, if this was a foam flock, which I don't use anymore, but if it was, it would be soaking up the moisture and you would see it would ruin the appearance. But this is a static grass. So if this moisture gets on that, it'll be okay. So now I'm dabbing it on, trying to avoid any brush strokes. At the same time, I'm trying to take care of any air bubbles. Trying to make it super thick. Okay, it's thick enough, I think, now. And air bubbles aren't a horrible thing in a lake. You know, fish. But I don't want too many. Especially the big ones. And I do think the air bubbles will eventually disappear as the gel starts to dry, if I remember right. If I remember my info. Okay, I want to get it right up to the shore so that it's not... Yeah, so it looks like it's watery. Okay, I'm actually happy with that. Let me go clean this brush off and then I'll be right back. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, there's like a hard layer on the top of this. I guess where it glued the lid down. Busting that off so that the lid can seal better on it. I'm going to put that in a Ziploc. That's right, you heard me. Hold on. I'm looking at the threads. I need to get on the AK forums, or at least their website, and maybe put some comments on their product. Here we go. About how it doesn't like to seal. And if you dilute it, wrap it in something before you start shaking. Should help it from drying out. Should. I guess we'll see. All right, well that's that. All right, tea's almost gone, so that's great. Okay. Don't really need it on any kind of paper to dry because it's not wet or gluey around the outer edge. So that's unnecessary. There's our lake. Now we just gotta wait for that to dry. I'm gonna put it up on this shelf. Out of the way. Okay, Victrix time. Victrix time. Okay, I've been struggling with this. You already know I've got this Amazon box that I was going to put all the Victrix in, right? But the Amazon box is actually smaller than this box. And it already has a couple of Victrix items already in there, I think. Yeah. Not many, but... and this box is a nice giant box that I could put over there, but it's probably filled to the brim, right? And if it is, I need to get rid of this box and put this box over there. That's what I think I'm going to do. So this box is the box I was going to use to put the Victrix in. But I think this box is the box I am going to put the Victrix in. So I'll just have to move the Rubicon box to where the Victrix, the potential Victrix box was going to be. And now I'll put it over here. Okay. And then this box will be unused. I don't want to do that because this is a nice sizable box, even though it's got a busted thing. Whatever's in that box, I can put in there. Or this. I'm basically just trying to keep the biggest boxes. Okay, I should probably put this because I have more plastic soldier coming in, and my plastic soldier box is actually filled to the brim. So I might put it in that box. You know what? I wonder if I can do this. Okay, these are Victrix items that I've already had. Okay, and this can go somewhere else. We'll have to figure out where I'm going to be putting that. Well, that doesn't count. And this doesn't count. Now the question is, I probably could measure it, but it's easier for me to be dramatic. Oh, it's the same length. Okay. That won't work. So I thought I'd put the other box inside this box. That way I wouldn't have to worry about unpacking and repacking. But it looks like I'm going to repack my plastic soldier. And then I'll have a box that I can use somewhere else. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. Yeah. Now I've got a box under the table right here. All it has in it is a couple of pieces of blue foam that scraps. So I don't really consider that box to be important. This box only has some other boxes in it. It basically is a box of boxes. And I don't consider that box very important. So if I got rid of this box, I could slide that box over and I could have a big area there that I could put maybe these Victrix models. So I wouldn't necessarily need a giant box over there. I don't know. We'll figure it out. First of all I really care about right now is checking to see what we got in. Now, I do want to point out that I ordered a couple of items that I normally would never have ordered. But I thought I'd do like a what's in the box video. Speaking of what's in the box, we'll talk about that in just a minute. But do a what's in the box video on them, and then also sell them, because there are people that might be interested in them out there in the world. And if they sell, like immediately after I post them, then I might order some more in the next go around. Oh wow. Plowed fields. I know a lot of people use corrugated cardboard as their plowed fields. Do I want to save this? Maybe do a plowed field using that? Dang, Victrix, you gave me another project. I hate you guys. Okay. I'll put this cardboard out of the way somewhere. Looks inconspicuous. Okay, invoice. Okay, before we get started, I'm going to finish this and make some coffee. And you can see the box is pretty much filled to the brim. Should be fairly quick. Making a small cup. Using our Keurig. Okay. I think I got a couple of new items as well. I don't remember. Yeah, like right here. Norman cavalry with Spanish, early Crusades, and Andalusian options. Okay. I guess that would be... Oh, it says I got two. Hold on, I only see one. Norman infantry. That's a big bag. Norman infantry, and you can see not everything is stapled, which there is a staple, just didn't go all the way through. 60 models, 60 Norman infantry. That's a good deal. I'll have to figure out what the price is. It's giving me pounds. And it's giving me the total. We'll figure that out. Nice giant Ziploc bags. Okay, we got both of our Norman infantries. Horses look beautiful. Norman cavalry. Yeah, the guys are like his legs come in two parts. You gotta glue them together. And then you put the body on. Then you pick a head. And a million different weapon options. Wow, a bunch of heads too, with helmets. Oh, even more heads right there. So those are probably the optionals. There's heads down here. And the weapons, you got spears and javelins, a mace. That's cool. Swords, of course. Lances, looks like long spears. Yeah. 2 Norman cavalry. We got other products you might like. Thanks for the order. That's nice. That's a nice looking little picture. But it's trash. Peninsula Center Companies. British. Uh-oh. British Household Cavalry. Yeah, I don't think I've ever had this, so let me take a close gander at these guys. Lifeguard, the Blues, all them guys. Okay. British Foot Artillery. One thing I like about the Victrix artillery, I love this. They include a limber. You know, each gun has, 3 sprues, yeah. So you get 3 guns and 3 limbers. Love that. British Napoleonic Foot Artillery. French Dragoons. I think I've already got some of them. I'm just adding one. French Imperial Guard Lancers. What do we got here? Imperial Guard Lancers, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, the cav, they give you 12. So that's like a perfect black powder unit. The infantry, like on this infantry peninsula, you get 52. That's enough to make 2 battalions. Napoleonic British Foot Artillery, that's the second one. Oh, I'm hearing the mail, and that's reminding me. Let me see if they're going the other way. Yeah, they're going the other way. That might give me enough time to do this. I gotta package something. Get it out in the mail. I totally forgot about it. Bear with me, guys. It's only going to take me a second. It's a dwarf flamberge. Okay. Model right there I need to ship. Well, let's pull this down because I think I'm going to be using that. Doesn't want to stay sealed. Okay, we'll make that happen. Nope. Dang it. Racing against the mailman. And the reason why I'm racing is because she looked like she was flying down that road, like she was in a hurry to get somewhere. Which I've never really seen her drive like that. So, it's possible that it's a different driver. Okay, let me put this out there and I'll be right back. Just made it. Out there right now at the box. I don't know, I wasn't anticipating getting anything today. But I'll check it later and see if I got anything. And while we were filming, I actually got 2 new orders in. Oh damn, that guy ordered 4 of them. Okay. But since that guy placed that order yesterday, I wanted to make sure I got it out today. Totally forgot about it. But when I heard the postman go by, I was like, okay, we gotta take care of that. Okay. Don't need this. Oh, there's a box down in there. The middle guard. What I noticed was they're just French in greatcoats, right? So they all have epaulets though, So you'd need to make them like light infantry or voltigeurs or grenadiers for the line, right? They even have it right here. Line voltigeur, line grenadier, line chasseur. Or you can make them middle guard. And you get like 60 models. Victrix, gives you enough to, and that's what, almost 3 battalions. Get a couple of Perry packages and boom, you got 3 battalions. Now this looks French. French foot artillery. Okay, that's it right there. Okay. Keep opening and closing this. Greek archers. Look at that small little bunch of blisters, bunch of spruce. Get 12. Two of these packs get you 24. So depending on the game you're playing, they call it a reinforcement pack. I don't know if they make Greek archer in big boxes or anything, so. Peninsula Center Companies. Okay, that's the second one. I was like, why is my invoice so short? Well, it's because I got 2s of everything and not, well, not everything, but German warriors. 60 models. Germanic warriors. 60 models. Republican Roman cavalry. 16 models. These are all great for like meg units. Two of them, okay. Another couple of reinforcement packs. Greek, oh wait, hold on, these are different. Balearic slingers and Greek slingers. Okay. Greek slinger. Balearic slinger, there it is. Greek light cavalry. Like no armor. French foot artillery 1812 to 1815. Got a couple of those. And you'll notice the French pack does not come with a limber. Just the guns and the crews. Okay. There's only one thing left on this front page. And I think it's one of those two items that I never planned to order, but I did. Okay, what do we got down here now? Rome's Italian Allied Legions. 60 models. Rome's Italian Allies. Okay. Spartan Armored Hoplites. Now this comes in 48, so that makes two 24 unit perfectly. Yeah, they were good. Victrix makes some good models, I'm going to have to tell you. They're, in my opinion, some of the best. You get a bunch of extra parts, arms and weapons and choices. You get command with your packages. Like, from what I can tell, pretty much every time you're getting command. And you get like at least 2 units for the cost of one, maybe a warlord. Rome's Legion of the Republic. 1. Oh no, that's 2. Okay, these are both 2. Like version 2. You get 60 guys. And these look like Hastati. Yeah, these are Hastati. But they also have velites with them. So you get like 6 Hastati on a sprue and 2 velites. And then eventually you have command as well. Looks like there's 2 command sprues. Okay, here we go. Rome's Legion of the Republic 1. Got 2 of those. And these are the Principe. Or Triarii. Because there's some long spears here, and there's a bunch of pylons down here. With command and with velite. So you can see, because you don't get a whole lot of velite in each of these packages, but if you got 1 Principe and 1 Hastati pack, you'd have probably, well, I'm going to guess 1, 2, maybe 24 Velite. You get about 12 in a pack. It's well worth it. Well worth it. I've actually got a couple of those packs opened. Okay, what are we looking at here? Water. Did I even mark that? Hold on. I did not mark that. 2 1s and 2 2s. Okay. Gaelic warriors. 48 of them. Which you could use with your Germanic warriors. Flank companies. Peninsula. No, this is Waterloo, not Peninsula. That's weird. I got Peninsula Centers and Waterloo Flank. Might have been because they were out of stock, possibly. Right? Because I would have liked to have gotten the same era. African war elephant with Numidian, Roman, and Ptolemaic crew options. Ptolemaic, that's Macedonian, right? Over that elephant. What do you do? Get 3 elephants? No. No. Maybe you do. Does it say? Just says 16 models. But I'm getting 2 sprues with 3 halves. Maybe they're just different poses, different leg positions. Or maybe they work together. Maybe you got 6. Oh, I didn't mark off my elephants. Armored Samnites 24, which is this is a much better package, I think, because almost every game out there uses a 24 as a basis, or at least Hail Caesar does, and maybe not everybody plays Hail Caesar, so. But that was what, the Samnites? Yeah. Samnities. Okay. Wow, that's a tight pack as well. Carthaginian Citizen Infantry 24. Okay. Running out of places to put stuff. I only got one of those? I thought it were 2 different things, but that's okay. Now I'm going to have to go and see what I actually ordered. Persian Unarmored Spearmen. 30. That's an odd number, right? Because you get 4 on a sprue. This command sprue has 3. Okay. 2 command sprues and 6 of the other sprues. Okay. Early to late Achaemenid. Okay. Persian Unarmored Spearmen. Yep. And last but not least, this is what I said to myself that I would never order. But not never order, but never use personally. Okay, the first thing I notice is it uses a different type of plastic. And this is German infantry, late war, World War II, 12 millimeter. or 1/44 scale. They got some good detail on them. They really do. They're a little bit small for 50. I mean, they don't compare to 15s. They almost look like 10 millimeter. But then again, they are 12, so. Wow, how many guys do you get? It says 96 riflemen, 12 ammo carriers, 8 NCOs, 8 officers, 4 radio operators, 4 Panzerschreck, 8 Panzerfaust, 4 81mm mortar, 4 50mm mortar, 4 MG42 on tripods, and 8 MG42 teams. Okay, there are mortars in there. Wow. 184 models. Yikes. That's like, whatever you're playing, that's just great value. If you're playing at that scale. And they've got a good selection nowadays. When they first started, they only had like 5 or 6 choices. But now they have like British, and I think they have Americans and Russians, and I think they've got a lot right now. But I could be wrong. Okay, so everything that they said they shipped, they did. Okay. I still think I want to use that Amazon box. Yeah, I don't know. That box is big. Now I can put it in 2 different boxes. That's what I'm contemplating. Not using this big one, but using like 2 smaller ones. Like one being the Amazon box, and then like I had been using boxes like this in. Can you even see that? You can't see squat. Okay. A box like this, because I could put like 8 or 10 of these packs in there. Yeah, because I consider this box just being too big. Too ginormous. Okay, now I've got a box down there that I have a bunch of personal stuff in. Alright guys, well, this is what we're going to do. We're going to end the video right here because you don't need to see me boxing this up and packaging it. Plus, as soon as I get done here, I'm going to have to jump onto the computer and start entering all the items onto my site. And I don't want any distractions. So I'm just going to let you guys go. And I do not think... Yeah, that lake hasn't even changed. It's still pure white. I'm not going to be on tomorrow. but and I probably won't be on this weekend. So the next video I plan to put up, Wargaming related, is the store news update, which is probably going to be Sunday night, Monday morning, something like that. Like I'll record it Sunday night and I'll upload it and it'll go live Monday. And I think that's when my new sale is going to start. It's going to start Monday. And all this stuff should be on the site by then. And yeah, and that's what we'll call it. All right, guys. Thanks for coming out and hanging out with me this afternoon. And I will catch you in the next one.